Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do something that I don't do that often, but I do enjoy doing, and that is an oracle card reading. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this deck, Sacred Spirit Reading Cards by Anna Stark. It's a lovely deck, the energy's beautiful, the artwork's amazing, and it's just got a lovely feel. It's got a bit of a cosmic element to it as well. So I'm just going to draw 3 cards, so 1, 2, and 3. So if you choose a number in your mind, I will give you a message, collective message from each of those cards. Now that was the guidebook, but I'm just going to go with my intuition here and just see where we're led. You know, there may be spirit messages, but I'll just see what comes basically, and just see where we end up. Okay, so that's 2 and that is 3. So let's just see where we go. Okay. The wolf. Now it's interesting, I did see the wolf before I hit the record button. I did get a little flash of a wolf. Now that, to me, that, you know, I do see the wolf quite often when I do readings. If I'm doing an intuitive reading, it often brings forth an energy of strength, as an individual, not just strength in a pack, in a group, and also a message of loyalty. And that's also loyalty to yourself as an individual, but loyalty to others. So let's explore that strength word first. So, you know, I feel if you are in a group, you know, it can be easier to feel supported and have strength. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're in a group of people that you are comfortable with, people that support you, you all help each other, there's certainly strength to be found in that situation. But I think the most important thing here with this card brings forth is strength in self, strength as an individual, being on your own, being in a situation where you're by yourself and knowing that, you know, you have the strength to make the decisions that you need to make. And these don't need to be major life-changing choices or decisions. It could be something simple, maybe a career change, maybe a purchase, maybe a holiday. You know, they could be, you know, anything like that. And I feel that is about trusting your intuition in making those choices and making those decisions. You know, career, it could be a major career change. It could also be a part-time job coming up. It could be something within the job that you're doing and you want to make a change because you're not happy, or you feel like doing something different within the company that you work, or maybe you've got some ideas and suggestions that you want to put forward to make changes happen. So anything like that. So if you're feeling change, if you're feeling something that keeps coming up and your intuition keeps telling you, your gut keeps telling you to act on that, you know, I feel it's certainly important to voice that. You know, it may not be something that comes to fruition straight away, maybe not even at all. It may lead you down a different path, but I feel in having voiced what you are feeling, I feel that's the most important thing, because that shows strength as an individual. Okay, and I feel also, you know, that one is, I feel you're quite watched over. I feel as, you know, as you walk through life, as we walk through our life on this earth, I feel we all have someone that watches over us, sometimes multiple, but I feel there's always someone you're always watched over. So, you know, trust in that as well. Trust that if there's no one physically around, you know, there is someone in spirit that is watching over us. And I feel that there's a spirit animal energy connected to this, certainly. So for some people it may not be the wolf per se, but I just feel there is a message there about, you know, you are being watched over. You are being carefully guarded, but we have free free will. So ultimately we need that strength to make the final decision ourselves. Okay, so that's the first one. Now the second one says, illuminate the shadow. I need my glasses to see what it says on the bottom. It says, focus on a solution. Focus on a solution. I feel that one, is a little bit about, there's a couple of things coming up, but I feel it's about facing your fears. So I feel it's about recognizing maybe that little bit of nervous energy that we get in our solar plexus sometimes over a situation, about a situation, maybe about a person or persons. And I feel it's listening to that, and I feel it's asking yourself, why do we get that little feeling? And I usually believe there's healing connected to that. So I feel it's about just listening to that little feeling, exploring that, and just seeing where it takes us and why we're having that reaction. But also it is connected to the first card in the sense that it is about not being afraid to voice your opinion, because that is standing in your truth, standing in your strength as an individual, and then the strength of the individual then contributes to the strength of the group. When you are with your group of friends or with your group of family, you then have more positivity to put into that group and potentially influence others. Because even though I believe everything starts with us, ultimately we are here to help others and guide others. And the best way to do that, I feel, is by us standing in our truth. And, maybe not everyone will agree with what we have to say, but I don't feel it's about that. I feel it's about us just being true to who we are. And the people that are meant to be around us, the people that are comfortable around us and make us comfortable, will then come to that energy. Okay, and the third one is Ascended Masters, and it says create open communication. That one is spirit related, I do feel. Ascended Masters, I want to not take that literally, but I want to say spirit guides. And I believe spirit guides, there's a lot of talk about guides, spirit guides. Some people say they're just aspects of us, and some people say that most of them aren't even guides that we see. But I feel, my personal take on it is, at some level, they're an extension of our intuition. If we're listening to our intuition, we're trusting our intuition, I feel then that leads us to the spirit guide. And, it is about trusting that, and it is about knowing that, they are an aspect of us, yes, because, they come to illuminate that aspect of us that we may not be using to our fullest potential. So I feel that in creating open communication, it is about creating open communication with ourselves, with our intuition, because everything expands from there, everything goes on from there. And then if we're trusting our intuition, trusting ourselves, we'll interpret reactions that our energy is having, like that feeling I mentioned in the solar plexus, and then going back to the strength as an individual and strength in a group situation. Okay, so I hope you got something from that little reading. Thank you, and I'll see you at the next reading. Thank you.